the question I have, what brought you to the realization of the go-giver, and how did you personally apply it to your life?
Yeah. So, Brad, my first book, Endless Referrals, was sort of the how-to aspect, and it was really about a system. And I define a system as the process of predictably achieving a goal based on a logical and specific set of how-to principles, right? So the key is predictability. If it's been proven that by doing A, you'll get the desired result of B, then all you need to do is A, and and continue to do that, you'll get the desired result of B.
Sure.
So one thing I had learned early in my sales career was that the relationship was really the key. Okay. And I've been saying for 35 plus years now that all things being equal, people will do business with and refer business to those people they know, like, and trust. A lot of people quote that, but they leave out one of the most important parts of all, which is all things being equal or close to equal. And what that says is that if things are even close to equal, the relationship is going to be the key. Well, how do you build a relationship? It's not about focusing on yourself. It's about focusing on them. One thing I learned very early is that, and I used to say this whenever I spoke at sales conferences, I'd say nobody's going to buy from you because you have a quota to meet,
Right.
right? They're not going to buy from you because you have a personal goal or because you need the money or even because you're a nice person. People are going to buy from you. They're going to do business with you because they believe that they will be better off by doing so than by not doing so. And when you think about it, in a free market based environment in which we operate, free market simply meaning no one is forced to do business with anyone else. They do so on their own volition. People are only going to buy because it's in their best interest to do so. And it's the only reason why they should buy from you or from me or from anyone else. So what that said to me was, if you can find a way to genuinely and authentically connect with another human being and develop those know, like, and trust relationships, you're really, in a sense, 9 steps ahead of the game in a 10-step game. So
Sure.
that, basically Endless Referrals. When I met John David Mann, I was a columnist for a magazine he was the editor-in-chief for. And right away, I, knew about John that this guy was great. He was, first of all, he was a former entrepreneur, but he was a great writer and storyteller. And when, the idea about I'd always thought it would be a great idea to take the endless basics of Endless Referrals and put it into a story, a parable, because parables are stories that connect and so forth. But I'm not a parable writer, but I knew John could do a great job with it. So I approached him about it and, asked if he would consider he's the only one I wanted to do this with, because again, his character is so high and he's such a great human being. And fortunately, he said yes after thinking about it for a few weeks. And that's, when we did it. The toughest part wasn't writing the book. It was getting it published, because we were turned down by 20 over the course of a year. We were turned down by 24 New York publishing houses before the 25th one, Portfolio, an imprint of Penguin Random House, finally said yes. So that
Persistence.
really, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you believe in something, you stay with it. You realize that no's are part of the game. One of my I should say two of my great friends and colleagues, Andrea Waltz and Richard Fenton, wrote their own parable soon after The Go-Giver came out, actually. Their parable is called Go for No. And they totally reframe the entire concept of no into something that you can use for you rather than as against you. And basically their premise is, yes is the destination, no is how you get there. So it's not that no's are fun. I mean, human nature says we don't like being told no, but we also have to live in truths. And the truth is, we're going to get a lot more no's than we're going to get yeses. It doesn't matter who we are.
Right.
And if we can embrace those no's, again, we don't have to enjoy them, but if we can embrace them as part of the journey, then we know that we're on our way to getting that yes, so long as we course correct and do the things and get it in front of the right people and stay persistent.
Sure. Awesome.
I appreciate that very much.